A lot of people have been telling me that they think the American dream is dead because of affordability, high interest rates, all kinds of different things that come into home ownership. And the truth is that that's absolutely not true. And the American dream can still be achieved. You just need to put in a little bit of work as well as have a real estate agent that cares. So we're going to talk about all that and more next. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty, living in the Denver suburbs. I am super excited to dive into this one, as my why is really to help you dive into the American dream and become exactly what you want to do. Be, whether that's super rich through real estate or just have a house to live. Whatever it is, the American dream is not dead. So if you like the message, if you are looking to buy or sell real estate, please like, comment, subscribe, be in touch. There is a link to have a private one-on-one consultation with me, talk about all things you and what I can do to help you get into the mix and absolutely crush the American dream. So let's dive in. First and foremost, let's just put it out there. Real estate is the number one way to build wealth. And within the American dream, wealth is usually discussed at some point. So the importance of home ownership is absolutely key, right? How do we go from, renting and buying, to buying a home, especially in the craziest appreciation market we've seen over the last 5 years? The interest rates, although not record highs like people like to say, they are absolutely expensive, right? And the higher your price point, the higher the interest rate. And at the end of the day, we have to step back and look at affordability. Homeownership is obviously important. 40 times greater net wealth for homeownership versus renting. So the day that you purchase a home, your net worth almost 40x increases. Maybe not the day, maybe that's a little bit, exaggerated, but pretty quickly, right? 90% of the millionaires were made through real estate. So let's talk about how we do this. Why is it so important? Why is homeownership so important? First and foremost, you have somewhere to lay your head. You have a piece of dirt that is absolutely yours that you can, for the most part, pending any HOAs, do whatever you would like to do with. So that is the key to the American dream, the end, right? So my commitment to you is to help you get that, to achieve that dream, to help guide you through, right? It may not be right away. It may not be, tomorrow, but we have to start somewhere. And regardless of your price point, regardless of where you buy, I would love to be a piece of that, because I absolutely want to help every single person I possibly can build wealth through real estate, because it has changed my life completely since buying my first home 21 years ago when I was 19 years old. My life has been exponentially better. Clearly, we've had some great years in appreciation, but we also had some years where it wasn't great. When I tried to sell my home after I was in college, I couldn't get what I needed to get out of it. So this is absolutely something to really consider. So next, we want to talk about how we get there, right? And where do we start? We have to start with navigating the home buying process with an absolutely professional, acceptable lender, right? So how do we do that? Because it does cost money to pour into your, future wealth through real estate. You absolutely can get a 30-year fixed loan, and you don't have to bring a ton to the table, and you can even use down payment assistance. It will be more expensive, but we have to start there. And so we have to, from the get-go, we have to understand that this process is stressful. You have to get a bunch of documents with a bunch of different names, done a bunch of different dates. You probably have to get them a few times. And so we need to make sure that you are aware of that. They will look into every single thing you've ever purchased, credit, all of that. So maybe you've had some things that you're not so proud of in your past. Just understand the end goal is absolutely the key, right? And then we have to be realistic, right? What is our budget? What can we afford? Because if you start too high, it's going to, make you house poor, and eventually will not be as awesome as you want it to be. So we need to have that entry level home. We need to start there, build some equity, so that as we move forward and as we progress in our home buying journey and our lives, essentially, we are gaining equity because we've made good investment decisions. We've made good lending decisions. We haven't just refinance every possible chance we could to, eat up some of our equity. We are making those right decisions. And that's absolutely my favorite part of my job, is helping people after they purchase a home to really maintain and hold on to that piece as an asset as we go, and a stepping stone to achieving your dream house, right? Now, maybe where somebody gets confused, if you are achieving the American dream, that's very different than living in your dream home, right? So your first, stepping stone should not, completely be thrown out the window, right? It shouldn't be your top dream home. It has to be, something that makes sense within budget and can be a stepping stone, because if we all bought our dream home in the very first house we lived in, life would be pretty cool, but I don't think that's very realistic. So that's the first thing. And then once we have all of that, we have the plans, then how do we make the dream a reality? How do we get to that dream home? Right? The American dream is very different than the dream home. Utilizing our unique opportunity as Americans to have, a 30-year fixed loan and leverage an entire piece of real estate, with 96%, loan to value. But the cool part is our appreciation gains on what the home is worth when we buy it, not what we owe. So that is a massive, step up from the stock market, which sometimes is 6, 7, 8%, which is higher than the other, but we can make this happen. So as we move forward and we can move into home ownership, then we have to talk about making the right decisions on the other side. As sellers, achieving a successful sale is absolutely a key to the American dream, right? And you say, well, you're giving it up. No. If you look at it as a long-term journey, it's just a step up, and that's exactly what we can do. And so regardless of how much money and appreciation you've made, you are typically going to sell and buy in the same market. So you're kind of just playing the game, but you're taking that equity, moving forward, hopefully getting out of, the low down payment loans with mortgage insurance and all of that as you progress. And hopefully by the time you retire, you can really live the American dream and have a home or a piece of real estate paid off free and clear. As our income decreases at retirement, hopefully we don't have as many, obligations and bills, including high mortgage. And so as a seller, you need to make the right moves. A lot of people, buy new builds, want to move 2 years later, buy a new build, want to move a year later, buy a new build, want to move a year later. That's not the way to advance your equity. And those decisions are key to help yourself achieve that American dream as far as wealth through real estate. So that's absolutely the key. My dedication to you as your real estate agent, whether you haven't bought a home or you have, is to sit down and say, okay, this is the plan. This is what it looks like. And to meet with you every single year thereafter to say, okay, this curveball came, life happened. What are we going to do about it? And that's exactly how I look at my business, is a lifelong relationship. A lot of real estate agents talk about leads and all of this. I talk about conversations to lifelong relationships. That's all that matters, right? And so if I can be a piece of that and help you do what I've done with real estate, you absolutely can achieve the American dream, because it's all about making those right decisions, maximizing your net proceeds, and advancing as we go, each stepping stone. Right? Maybe you have the move up house, and then after the move up house, you have another move up house. Then maybe you have to go backwards, but then maybe you have some life changes and you can get into that dream home. And that's exactly what is possible. I don't care about the interest rates. I don't care about the, cost of living, all of that. As we continue to progress and as we continue to make moves, if you get into real estate now, it can actually be a source of income for you as you move forward. And I'm not talking just investment properties or anything like that. You can totally utilize that equity as, quote unquote income to advance your position into your dream home. And so this 4th of July, I just wanted to let you know that I am absolutely here to help you achieve your American dream, no matter what that is. I hope you guys all have a safe and happy 4th of July. I'm actually at my house in Grand Lake, so I'm going to go out on the boat now. But I hope you guys understand that real estate is the key, and we can absolutely move you forward, regardless of what the headlines are saying, regardless of anything else. If you have any questions, please book a call in the link below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody who may be feeling a little bit discouraged about the market or buying or, even their wealth. I'm happy to help. Hope you have a great one. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.